Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing more of kind of a personal Q&A, fun type of video. And also going to give my thoughts on what it's like to be a YouTuber. So this one was suggested by Ross Machattie, who wanted to hear a little bit more about me and wanted to see me do some kind of personal Q&A videos, and I thought it would be good because I haven't done one of these very recently to kind of give my thoughts as well on being a YouTuber at the same time. So this one will kind of be like who I am a little bit, and then mixed with, of course, my journey on YouTube and what I think about being a YouTuber. So pretty much what I do or who I am is I'm a full-time computer tech, senior computer tech. And then also, of course, I do YouTube on the side, just as kind of mostly a fun thing to do, and really just to enjoy that. So I should say right off the bat, I am not a full-time YouTuber. I'm a part-time YouTuber, which is the way that I decided to do it and the way I enjoy doing it, because it takes off any kind of stress from, trying to do something with it, to the point where, like, for example, if you had somebody who they were trying to derive their income from YouTube, they got to make it happen. They have to make a certain amount, and that's entrepreneurship. And as an entrepreneur, that can be very stressful if you find that your bottom line, if you're close to your bottom line, that can be a really stressful way to make a living, for sure. But pretty much the way I do it is I just have fun with it. I spend whatever time I have, free time doing it. I schedule out kind of hours, and I kind of just make videos with you guys, of course. With the TV series we review, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Mr. Robot, Better Call Saul, and before that Breaking Bad, and all the other series I've covered over the years. I wanted to do it to where I could enjoy it, and there was no kind of thing where, like, you have to do a certain amount in order to be able to pay the bills. I never ever wanted to do that. So basically what I do is I work full-time at my job, and I've been doing so for about 10 years now. Same job pretty much. It's changed a bit, but same company, we should say. And then I just kind of do YouTube afterwards. So I started on YouTube in around 2008, 2009, 2010-ish, somewhere around there. I started making videos just for fun. I did a few like instruction videos, like I did one computer science video on my first channel, and just some different things like that. I used to do a lot of mixed martial arts prediction videos and things like that. It's just something I really love to do. I really enjoy to make videos. I used to make Dragon Ball music videos when I was in high school in editing, and I would do some videos for like high school presentations that we did and like one of my computer classes and stuff. And yeah, it's just something that I really love to do. I really love visual. I really love video, and it's something that ever since I was a kid I always loved to kind of just have fun with and put together stuff like that. So when it came down to it, the choice was basically when I was around the age of 23 or 24, and the decision was pretty much either I had my day job and I had finished university. I was doing both my day job and university at the same time. So that was about, I want to say, 60 hours a week on average, roughly. And when I finished school, I found that I just didn't, like, I was doing my day job, which was like 40, 45 hours a week, but I felt like I just wanted to do more. And YouTube for me became a way to just kind of, do something I really enjoy, I really like. And hey, if it doesn't make any money, fine, that's cool. That's not a big deal, because again, it's just an extra thing to do. It's not like my regular 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 9 to 7 if I'm working, a little bit overtime. It's just kind of an extra fun thing that I can do, that I can kind of pour my passion into, which isn't being really utilized at my day job, because most jobs, your passion is not going to be 100% utilized. I know people like to tell you the opposite, and like to tell you like, oh, if you're not feeling it, then you should quit or something, which is the attitude a lot of people have, where it's like you got to love what you do, otherwise you should just stop. I mean, you got to pay the bills at the end of the day too, right? So, I'm sure there's lots of jobs out there that need being done where people don't 100% love doing them. For me, I like my job. I would say that I do like it. I do enjoy it. But at the same time, it just didn't quite fill me up all the way to where I was satisfied with doing it just by itself. So I enjoyed making videos in kind of my spare time after work. I found it to be more productive than playing video games, because with video games, you have fun, you play games, but they don't really do anything for you, and they kind of you pour your time into it, and you don't really get much out of it unless you're playing with friends and stuff and you kind of have some good memories and that kind of stuff. For me, it was kind of like something to do. I was drinking when I was playing video games. Like I'd have some dark rum I used to drink after work and stuff, and that's just kind of what I did until I realized, like, I wasn't really happy doing that. Now, once I got started with YouTube and I started doing reviews for comic books before the Walking Dead TV series started, I reviewed the Walking Dead comic book series. I was doing all kinds of different videos, mixed martial arts, figures, comics, all kinds of different stuff. And pretty much what happened was the Walking Dead TV series started, and I started doing videos for that. And then I started to notice that people liked those videos, and they were sending questions through. They wanted to see more. They give suggestions, that kind of thing. So I just decided, I'm going to produce even more on that and more for the movies. And it just kind of took over to the point where I just became absolutely addicted to it. And I pretty much started scheduling out time in my week. And I'd say, okay, on my day off here, I'll work on it for 5 hours. And on my other day off here, I'll work on it for 2 hours. And I'll just kind of, really enjoy this and have fun with this, and it give me more meaning than just doing some other kind of pastime like drinking or doing something like that really isn't good for you, really isn't productive if you do it a lot. So in the beginning, of course, back in like 2009 when I started, it was kind of a cool time because it was very entrepreneurial, where it was so weird to be a YouTuber. Nowadays, it's not such a weird thing to do. People kind of accept it as like, oh, okay, that's cool. I kind of have some understanding of that. Back then, if I told people I was that, they were like, they just look at me kind of weird, like, you doing porn? And sometimes people still think that. I'm like, no, it's not porn. It's just, never mind. But I guess it's become a lot more of kind of a commonplace thing to do, and it's kind of more normalized now. Back then it was not, when I would post a review in the engine, it was like the engine was empty. YouTube was empty in 2009, 2010. There was like almost nothing there. There was like a few videos there. If I did a review for the Walking Dead comic book series, it was like the only one on YouTube, or there'd be like one or two others from like random different people, maybe one from IGN, maybe one from some random person that only posted that and nothing else ever. As far as like having a channel where you're consistently producing content, that was pretty unusual back then. It was not something you would really see. So as an entrepreneur, kind of having that part of my mind, it's like, okay, we'll put something there that doesn't exist. Put something there that isn't there, right? There's space there. Put something there. And that's kind of what I did. And I just kind of, produced things that I enjoyed talking about, whether it be mixed martial arts or whether it be TV series reviews or discussion topics about TV series or comic books or even video games. I've done a few videos on some different video games that I used to play. I don't really play now because, of course, the channel has kind of taken over that part of me. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I did. And fast forward about 7 or 8 years later, the channel's at where it's at right now, and it's been an amazing experience. It's just been terrific, a lot of fun, met a lot of great people, and just had a lot of fun with you guys over the years now at this point, for sure. So the way I like to do it, and I'm going to continue to do it, I've been at my current job right now for 10 years, and basically been on YouTube now 7 or 8 years roughly. Just basically going to continue forward with what I'm doing. Really happy with being a YouTuber, with producing videos and having fun with you guys and doing that. Really, that's the kind of thing that just gives me more meaning, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm not going to be stopping absolutely anytime soon. As far as what I think about it, I mean, it can be a great thing to do, to be a YouTuber. It's tough though. It's tough to kind of break that from it's tough to kind of break out on a YouTube channel to where like you get a good amount of an audience. And because if you think about what a lot of people on YouTube are doing, because of course, me being a part-time YouTuber, I just produce around maybe like 10 videos a week or 7 or 8 videos a week, depending on what there is to produce and to talk about. And that's pretty much what I do. But for some people, if they have to kind of make a living on YouTube, it can be pretty tough, because then all of a sudden it's not about like for me, where it's where I've got my day job, so that takes care of all the bills and everything. I don't have to worry about any of that, so I don't have to do YouTube to make money. I can just do it for fun. But for other people, if it's like a business channel where that's their whole livelihood, then it can be a pretty stressful enterprise, because then they have to meet a certain amount, regardless. And the tough thing about entrepreneurship is that the market may not always respond the way you want it to. So you may want people to be interested in something that you like, but then of course they're not. They just don't care. And if you have to meet a certain bottom line, that can be pretty stressful, and that can be pretty tough. And that's the dark side, I'd say, of entrepreneurship, which is if you're close to the bottom line to meet your expenses, in your life and wherever you set that line up, that can be really that can be super stressful if you have to meet a certain amount and your paycheck is your responsibility, versus if you have a job and it's kind of like a contract, employment contract, where they agree they're going to pay you this much as long as you show up and you don't screw up too bad, you don't do anything crazy, then you're going to get paid. Whereas as an entrepreneur, there's no ceiling, but there's also no floor. You know, you can go right down through the floor to the point where you're not eating. So for me, I never really wanted it to be that. I decided I'd do it the tough way, just like when I went to school and I would work full-time and go to school. I would work full-time and also be a YouTuber as well, too. Now, if I was ever let go from my job in the next, I don't know, 5 or 10 years, I might try doing it full-time, because then I'd be able to, like, you know, transition and everything and be okay. And even if the channel didn't do well for a while, I would be all right, because, you know, you'd be kind of more prepared for that, which is kind of what I would do if that happens. So right now, just basically really loving doing this with you guys, really having a lot of fun, enjoy it like crazy, and I'm going to continue right on doing it for many, many more years to come. So being a YouTuber is a fun thing. It's a great thing to do. You know, there's always kind of a pressure to produce. You're never really off the clock, so to speak. You're always kind of on the clock whenever you have time, and as a result, it's kind of all consuming in some ways. It can really, you know, kind of take over your life, or can be like a really needy child that you have to, you know, help and support all the time. But for me, it's just something where I love doing it so much. I can't picture myself not doing it. So it's just it's something I definitely enjoy, and I'm going to continue right on doing, and do it in a part-time capacity. So it's not about the money. I can just do it and enjoy it, and whatever the channel does, who cares? It's just for fun anyway. You know, because I don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff with meeting some kind of criteria or metric in order to get paid and be able to pay the bills. So yeah. So if you guys like this personal kind of a vlog video, please don't forget to thumb it up below. Send me any questions if you guys want to see another Q&A with any specifics. That's kind of what my life looks like at this time. I basically work my job. I work on the channel, hang out with Jess, and, you know, go see my parents, friends once in a while, that kind of thing. And that's basically what it looks like. I don't really have a lot more downtime or a lot more to say than that. I collect action figures, read comic books. That's pretty much it. You know, I don't have a lot other free time to do anything. I don't drink, I don't smoke, nothing like that. So just have fun with this, man. That's pretty much it. So if you guys like the video, thumb it up below, share, favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys, of course, soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.